Good morning, Darya.
So Steph Curry and the Warriors didn't turn it on until it was almost too late.
Yeah, it's funny. Just almost exactly a week ago, Toronto, they fall behind, what, 27? And last night, I think it was 18. And then they pull it out. But that Curry, when he has to make shots, was terrific.
That's the thing. It's like, what happened in the first half, though, and then what changed? Because they go into the locker room, and Curry's chucking a chair, and the coach is cursing like he never does. And then they just, you know, I guess Steph was just like, you know what, I'm not losing.
Where'd you get the cursing? I thought Jackson didn't curse.
He never does, but they say that it was caught right there on TV that he was yelling and cursing and not happy.
Wow, I'll have to investigate. I heard, you know, yelling and he raised his voice. I didn't hear the cursing, but
yes,
I'll have to.
Yes. So they beat him.
We can't curse on TV, you know.
Well, I know. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
95.
You probably don't curse at all anyway, right?
Do I personally?
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
anyway,
my stepmother used to call me a truck driver.
Oh, stop.
Actually,
really?
I believe was the. I'm not kidding you, Darya. Don't be a truck driver.
Okay,
that's what she would say.
I mean, sometimes you gotta. Some men find that appealing.
I've always been one of the guys.
Okay,
I don't worry about what the men find appealing. I am one of the guys.
All right.
All right. So tell me, here's what men are up in arms about, especially these baseball aficionados. Look at this and they're like, what? MLB really is intending to change this rule so that you cannot block at the plate. It would be like the Buster Posey rule. So nobody else would get hurt like he did.
Well, I think it's a good idea. I want to hear a little more detail, unless there's something new this morning. They said they want to, you know, in a perfect world, they'd have it implemented for next season.
Yep.
And 2015 at the latest. But there haven't been any really details on how they're going to do it.
Right.
I'm going to guess one of them would be that the catcher cannot stand on the plate.
Well, and then what's, you know, you choose whether you want to block or not. What are we supposed to do? Shall we just wave them in now? I mean, seriously, so that everybody's safe, just kind of wave them in?
Yeah, but see, here's how I feel about this stuff. You're not alone. Some people, it's just like football. They're making it,
yes.
You know.
That's what I've seen.
Yeah, they're making it for sissifiing the game.
Right.
But no, if you just have a rule where the catcher cannot stand on the plate, and you have to just, you know, Buster, for instance, the clip we keep seeing, have him just stand up a little bit, and you've got to use your arm, and you sweep in there and get him.
Okay, and then as Pete Rose says, what's next? You can't break up a double play?
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
are we going to do that?
Was 50 years ago.
How about safety?
What did Babe Ruth say?
Yeah, what about safety? Not allowed to pitch inside? I mean, how safe? Do you see baseball players dropping like flies, really? I mean, are they looking at the NFL and just going, well, they're doing stuff, maybe we should do stuff too?
Yeah. No, I'm the wrong guy to ask because I think safety is first.
Yeah.
You know, because I think it all trickles down. And if you see, if they clean up the home plate stuff in the pros, then maybe you won't see it in college, you won't see it in high school, and you know, I know it sounds like I'm a little bit soft here, but I think safety comes first. NFL, too. All that business, like I say all the time, all it takes is one time a guy's not going to get up, and, you know, then people will just, they won't be so. All these tough guys sitting on their couch won't hurt them.
I just find it interesting with baseball for some reason. I don't know, because in baseball, by the same token, they're like, you know, this is the code, and we're going to bean this guy, and we're going to hit him, and you know, like it's like that's okay because that's payback, and that's what we do. Somebody could get really hurt. I don't see the bar is confusing me.
I think that culture's got to change.
Yeah, it is.
And a lot of it too is it's an investment. If you have $100 million invested in Buster Posey.
Yeah.
You don't want to, like, remember that year?
Yeah.
A few seasons ago, he didn't play at all, and
yeah.
you know, God bless him, he was able to recover, but you take a serious hit like that, that could end your career right on the spot.
Yeah, it could.
So clean it up.
All right, and what about when it comes to the Giants? Pablo, there's news with Sandoval now.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be, like free agency will be the carrot he needs to stay on the diet bandwagon.
Well, I keep hearing that was... In fact, that was a big topic on the radio yesterday was, would you give Pablo, you know, one of those $100 million deals? And you know something? It's just when the number one problem he has is keeping himself in shape.
Right.
I don't know if I'd want to invest that much money in him.
Well, but you always said, remember, you were like, you know what? If he's chubby and he's great, everybody loves him. If he's chubby and he's not great, so who can? They kind of like, I felt like Sabian was saying, you know what? We'll embrace him whether he's cuddly or he's cut, and he's got, you know, we might offer him this extension because.
No, I agree, but see, here's the thing: the discussion was now you're hearing these 5-year contracts for all this big money. money.
Right.
That's just a long extension for a guy who doesn't, heretofore hadn't kept in shape. Give him 2 years, whatever you want to pay him.
Right.
And then see how it goes.
And then see how it goes. Give us a week, we'll take off the weight.
Yeah, well,
right?
Yeah.
What is that?
I agree.
It's like a diet incentive plan.
Yeah, to talk about somebody's weight over and over again. I mean, hey, that's who he is, and that's great. But keep the contract down to 2 years if you could. But everybody keeps firing back at me. Oh, some team will come out there and waive 5 years and $100 million out.
And speaking of 2-year deals, 2 years and $20 million for Bartolo Colon. No longer an A, went to the free agency, and now with the Mets.
Yeah, Billy Bean's theory is get rid of him 1 year too early rather than 1 year too late. So good luck to the Mets.
But at least he's going far away over to the Mets, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that better?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. We'll see you, Gare.
All right, young lady.